Hi, I'm Will. I'm from Washington State, and I am a 14-year-old developer, a niche language enthusiast. I like programming with Rust and programming backend systems. I worked with Tejas, Aiden, and Melinda to create the A Plus app, and yeah, that's me.
Hi, I'm Tejas. I'm a 13-year-old from Bareilly, India. I'm a full-stack web developer with expertise in React for front-end and Rust for back-end. I helped make the back-end of Applus along with William while Melinda and Aiden worked on the front-end. It was a really fun experience.
Hey there, my name is Aiden Bai. I'm currently 16 years old and I helped create Applus. I worked on the front end. I also help maintain a JavaScript library called Lucia, and I like coding on the web.
About the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S. Here's what we know.
January 2020. The CDC confirms the first known case of COVID 19 in the US, and the WHO officially declares COVID 19 a global pandemic. 2 months later, in March, schools across the world start to shut down. This has been a painful and hectic year for students. The overall education system has been a mess and has caused a huge drop in students' interest in school due to the lack of peer-to-peer communication. That is why we came up with Applus, a web platform that allows students to ask questions and share content in an efficient, engaging, and accessible manner. Our approach has two main parts. First, we allow users to create and view posts, which is the core of our application. Second, we categorize this data into meaningful and relevant content through categorization and prioritization through uploads.
Let's get into a brief tour of the entire platform. You're greeted with a predictable and powerful user interface, with category controls at the leftmost column, post feed in the middle, and actions and leaderboard at the right. As time progresses, our platform attempts to assume which posts you want to see based on the algorithm in the backend. There's a whole host of different features, and you can go check them out for yourself. Part of what makes Applus powerful is that it has a really granular but simple user interface. The learning curve is low, so it's easy for anybody to get acquainted with it. It also has a leg up on other products such as Google Classroom and Zoom. Although they do offer instantaneous chat, it's often unproductive, doesn't offer direct, centralized peer-to-peer communication, and doesn't support broad content sharing. They're also two separate platforms with virtually no integration, so there's often a lot of friction involved when you're trying to use both. For our tech stack, we had extensive use of Tailwind and Lucia, and deployed to Netlify with Netlify Identity as our authentication. For our backend, we use Rust and Rocket, as well as AWS, Docker, and PostgreSQL for our database. For machine learning, we use Natural Node.
So why does any of this matter? Schools right now are struggling, and we can say that firsthand, like myself, have noticed that schools are missing a critical factor: peer-to-peer communication. It's really difficult for students to connect with classmates that they don't already know, which is a big part of the in-person experience. Individually reaching out to every student in your class is at best time-consuming and inconvenient, and at worst, mildly creepy. A Plus simplifies that for you. Like in real school, you're not just limited to meeting who's in your classes, it's school-wide, so everyone can participate, answer questions, and make friends. All in all, our team had a great time. We cried, mostly cried more. We think that it would be a waste if we just ditched the product after this, so we hope to continue, and so it will actually impact students.
Applus.
Let's
Let's
learn
learn
together.
together.